नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्तवृंद। सभी भक्त बोलिए हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरे कृष्णा। कई दिनों के बाद
Hare Krishna. So after quite many days, during the morning time of India, Srimad Bhagavatam Katha is going to conclude or commence. With their mellowful heart, all the devotees were performing or practicing devotional service. So, in one manner, I have disturbed your sadhana or practice of devotional service. Or in other words, the fruit of your practice of devotional service will be to listen to the Srimad Bhagavatam. So if someone asked whether listening or practicing devotional service, especially the lovers of Bhagavat, they usually ask this kind of question because for performing or practicing devotional service, we need to work hard, we need to force ourselves. So they ask whether sadhana is important or listening to Bhagavatam. So if I tell you in great honesty, then they both are important. They are equal potent. So the need of practice of devotional service is equivalent to the need of listening as well. So when I was 10 or 12-year-old and His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, I asked this question that, oh, beloved Gurudev, whether the practice of devotional service is important or listening. Then His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami gave me the reply or answer that is still fresh in my memory and heart. They beautifully replied that they both are important, yet at the time of practicing of devotional service and while we are listening, then that time listening is important. It should not happen that while we are listening, we are performing devotional service and vice versa. So they both are equally important and they should have dedicated time for both. So sadhana means chanting of the holy names of the Lord. So they are the two sides of the same coin. Because if your practice of devotional service is good, then your listening or shravana will be better, and vice versa. So now, one more time, the katha that is organized by Bharadwaj family. When I speak Bharadwaj, my whole mouth gets filled, because that is the mool of, or the root of Ramayana. The Ramayana starts from Bharadwaj Muni. If you stay, then I'll take a round there.
भरद्वाज मुनि बसहि प्रयागा भरद्वाज मुनि बसहि प्रयागा भरद्वाज मुनि बसहि प्रयागा तापस शम दम दया निधाना तापस शम दम दया निधाना। ये भरद्वाज ऋषि प्रयाग में रहते थे, हमारा भरद्वाज तो दिल्ली में रहता है।
Bharadwaj Muni used to reside in Prayag, but this Bharadwaj reside in Delhi. So the Bharadwaj family has organized this katha one more time. So last time they had a very few people who joined, but today they have multiplied in numbers. So as you might have understood by the backdrop, the place where I am sitting, according to that place, today is Vaishakh Mas Shukla Paksh, 7th day of the lunar calendar. And on the Chaturdashi, Lord Narsingh Dev manifests. So this Vaishakh Saptami is very, very important. Have you ever thought or contemplate? You contemplate so much, but do you think like me? Once I was standing in Haridwar, as you are aware that we go to Haridwar every year. So we were taking a holy dip in the Gangaji, and we took the Ganga water and offered it. So there was someone who was next to me. He said that I said that I just offered it. So when will it reach Ganga Sagar? So we offered the Gangaji's water in Haridwar. So the water that you have poured, it will move gradually and flow and reach to Ganga Sagar one day. So it will go to Shukratal, Prayag, Lucknow, and then gradually it will move. It will cross entire India and it will reach. But when? So does anyone has this calculation? I have this calculation. So this is the introduction of the Katha. So when we offer veneration to our ancestors, we offer flowers, etc. So it also has its journey. So how many days it takes to reach to Ganga Sagar? So if we read the scriptures and contemplate, then Gangaji came from heavenly planets of Brahmaloka through the medium of the hair of Lord Shiva, and then she came to Gangotri in India, from where it started. So on which day did she came down? That was on the day of Akshay Tritiya.
हमने सुना ना अक्षय तृतीया की 22
So,
महिमा।
as we had heard about the 22 glories of Akshay Tritiya,
शुक्ल तृतीया के दिन
so
गंगा
on
जयंती
Vaishakh
थी।
Tritiya, she was in Gangotri,
चलते चलते
and
चलते
by
आज
flowing
माने
gradually,
शुक्ल सप्तमी,
so Vaishakh Shukla Saptami, so Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Sashti, Saptami. So it took 5 days
जर्नी करते करते करते
from Gangotri to,
सागर नहीं पहुंची।
it hasn't reached Gangasagar, but it reached Bengal.
तो आपको समझ में आया कि गंगा माता का जो प्रवाह है,
So the flow of Mother Ganges, you can imagine the speed or velocity by which she entered on Gangotri on Akshay Tritiya,
और अक्षय तृतीया से गंगा चलती
and she moves from there,
चलते 5 दिन लग गए
and
बंगाल में पहुंचते हुए।
in 5 days it reaches Bengal.
आज खास करके
So
आज
today,
गंगा जयंती है।
today is Ganga Jayanti.
इसलिए मान रहा हूँ
That is why I am talking about it. So I'm just telling you in short the glory of today.
इनको गंगा
So
जयंती कहते हैं।
today is considered to be Ganga Jayanti.
प्राकट्य
So
तो अक्षय तृतीया को हुआ।
Ganga ji manifested on Akshay Tritiya. Then how Ganga Jayanti is celebrated today?
जन्म धरती पर तो अक्षय तृतीया को हो,
Because she was born on earth in Akshay Tritiya.
कैसे?
So how her birthday can be, or appearance can be celebrated today? So please listen carefully. Let me, you want me to share with verse or without this?
गीता गंगा च गायत्री गोविंदो हृदि संस्थितः चतुर्गकार संयोगात् पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते। ये 5 वस्तु ऐसी हैं जो ग से शुरू होती है। गीता, गंगा, गायत्री, गोविंद।
So these 5 things start from the alphabet G. That is Gita, Ganga, Gayatri, Govinda. So these 4 things, Gita, Ganga, Gayatri and Govind, start from G. And if someone takes the shelter of these, then they will not take a birth again. Therefore, we should take the shelter of all of these 4. So we are remembering Mother Ganga, and as you all are aware about her, when a person is born, during that time we need the water of holy river Ganga, and throughout our life, to get relieved of our sins, we need Ganga ji. And when someone is no more in this body or leaves their body, then also we need the holy water of Ganges. So the son pours the water of holy river Ganges in their mouth. So at the time of our birth and at the time of death also, and throughout our life as well, we require Mother Ganga and her holy water. Our life is surrounded by Mother Ganga. Why I am saying this? Because today is Gita Ganga Jayanti, and why it is celebrated today, I am telling or sharing that pastime. So there was a great sage whose name was Janu Rishi or Muni. So he used to remember Srimad Bhagavatam, and therefore he was referred to as Janu Muni as well, because he used to meditate on Bhagavatam. So in Bengal, he was meditating on the holy names of the Lord and practicing devotional service. And while doing that, what happened is mentioned by none other than Lord Nityanand and Thakur Bhakti Vinod.
तप आचरीला सुवर्ण प्रतिमा गौर दर्शन करीला। सतयुग की बात है,
So during the time of Satyuga
बंगाल में,
in Bengal, in Janudweep,
तपस्या कर रहे थे
the Janu Muni was meditating or was in
और
trance,
तपस्या करते हुए
and while performing his austerity, what did he saw?
दर्शन करीला। सवर्णमय जिनका शरीर है, सोने की
So
तरह चमचम चमक
the
चमक
the person whose body is effulgent like gold or glittering like gold, and who is a celibate. So he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Satyuga in Bengal. Janva Muni saw this. And after seeing him, he prostrate in front of him, and his eyes were filled with tears. He had the incessant flow of tears in his eyes, and he washed the lotus feet of the Lord with his tears. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu picked him up and embraced him.
महाप्रभु
And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again and again was blessing Janamuni that all your desires will be fulfilled. You should stay here happily, and all your desires will be fulfilled. I bless you with this. So, in this manner, in Bengal, Janumuni was meditating, and after having the audience with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his mellowful devotional service with the Lord multiplied many folds. And one time, it so happened, Juru Rishi was sitting in Bengal and he was performing the Tri Sandhya Gayatri. So, in the evening, there is a system, a process. We have to put a mat and we take Achuman. And so Janu Rishi had this small pot or a bowl, and it had a spoon. He was sitting there and had had some water. And why he had taken this water and in a bowl? So that he could wash his hands. So he has kept this water. This is the time of Satyuga. And he's just performed the Achman, and he was doing his Gayatri and was entranced towards the Lord. And this is the day when Akshaya Tritiya, Bhagirath ji manifested Ganga ji, and he said that I will go ahead and you come behind me. So Bhagirath ji was going forward and Ganga ji was following him closely. So he took it from Akshaya Tritiya or from Gangotri. Then the 4th day, the 5th day, and 6th day, and on the 7th day, that is today, that time, Bhagirath ji has reached Bengal. And he was going, and Ganga ji was following him. And he saw that a saint is performing devotional service. So he saw it, but then he moved forward. But when Ganga ji came, then this Janu Rishi has just kept the spoon aside after performing Ashman, and he was meditating on the Lord. The force of Ganga ji was such that the spoon got drowned in Mother Ganga's holy water. And after a few minutes, when his trance was broken, he thought that my spoon is lost. So, for this spoon, he became so angry. He said that I have lost my spoon. With such a small spoon, Janu Rishi drank the whole Ganga's river's water.
जानो ऋषि पूरी गंगा का जितना जल था वो
So
पूरा
whatever water he was there in holy river Ganges, he drank. Bhagirath was walking ahead,
जा रहा था
so he was hearing the flow of river Ganga for some time. But then it so happened, it is mentioned in this verse,
धारे पाड़ी कोशा कुशी भासी या चलील गणु से गंगार जल सब पान कैला जानू मुनि गंगा जी का
so Janu Mani drank the whole water of river Ganges, Ganga ji. So that Ganga ji that came after so much of hard work, and it was drunk in a few seconds by by Janamuni. And Bhagirathi was thinking, where has Gangaji been? His so many clans have meditated, performed austerity, and by such a great hard work, Gangaji came down. But when he saw behind, she was not there. So Bhagirathi is thinking in his mind, where has the Gangaji went ago? And he became very anxious and distressed, and he took a U-turn from there, and he started moving backwards. That where has she stopped?
तो पीछे पीछे आए तो वहां
So when he came back, there Janu Rishi was sitting. Bhagirathi said, "Oh dear Lord, have you seen Mother Ganga?" He said, "Which Ganga?"
मैं आगे आगे चल रहा था
Well, I was walking ahead, and Gangaji was following me closely. He said, "I have seen her. So where has she been?"
वो मेरे अंदर चली गई
That she is inside me. Giraji thinking that such great river is inside you. Where is she? He said, she's inside me. He said, where? She droned my spoon. You don't have, you don't understand that when you do redevelopment, you take the belongings of sages and saints and disturb them. When Bhagirath ji realized that Janu Muni has drank the whole Gangarji, so now he has trained to beg, because by his prayers he brought her on the ground. And then Gangaji had a condition, and by praying Lord Shiva, he did it. So Gandhiji went to Africa to learn law, but he practiced there to take out the march, and by marching he made the country independent. So Bhagirath ji was well trained to convince devotees and seek for blessing. So Bhagirath ji said that, oh Muni, our ancestors are in distressful situation, and we have worked so hard to bring Gangaji. I have to take her to Gangasagar, and you drank the whole water of the river. How? So no matter what, so please bring her out. Then Bhagirath ji begged and requested hard, and Thakur Bhaktivinoda writes, which is spoken by Nityanand Prabhu, it is said that it took so many days to convince him. But one day Janu Muni was satisfied and said, what do you want? He said that I want this river Ganga to flow back again. I will give, he said, will I get my spoon back? So he said that I'll give you a whole set of the spoons, but please let Mother Ganga reappear. So what is said here?
फिर जानू ऋषि ने अंग
Then Janu Muni
को काट दिया,
cut his body,
अपनी जंघा को काटा,
he cut his thigh,
को वे पी गए थे,
and the river Ganga, which he has drunk, came out of that. And from there, Mother Ganga, as usual, as she was flowing, she started flowing ahead. And then she reached Ganga Sagar. So Nityanand Prabhu says, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes that Gangaji was completely lost.
दिन जो माँ गंगा प्रकट हुई,
The Mother Ganga, which manifested in Akshaya Tritiya on January, Muni destroyed or drank it. So today, Janu Muni had gave birth to Ganga river again. Therefore, it is considered to be Ganga Jayanti today. And therefore, it is called Janu Saptami. So today is referred to as Ganga Jayanti and Janu Saptami. And you can see in this verse,
से गंगा को प्रकट किया,
as Ganga river reappeared from the thigh of Janav Muni, therefore she is addressed as Janavi as well. And therefore, Mother Ganga is addressed as Janavi by the whole world. So today, on Vaishak Shukla Saptami, she reappeared from the thighs of Janav Rishi. Therefore, it is referred to as Ganga Jayanti and Janu Saptami. And she is the same Janavi Devi, or the banks where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. And all these demigods appeared and venerated Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
की बजयो जय गोरा चांदे आरती शोभा, हालो हालो, की बजयो जय गोरा चांदे आरती शोभा, और जाह्नवी तट वने जगमन लोभा, जाह्नवी तट वने जगमन लोभा, जाह्नवी तट वने जगमन लोभा। So इस प्रकार
So in this manner, Janu Saptami and Ganga Jayanti is celebrated on where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. So this is the glory of today. And on this auspicious day, Bharadwaj family has organized this Srimad Bhagavatam Katha, which is commencing today. And the subject or introduction will be there. But prior to that, let's perform congregational chanting of the holy names with Radha Madhav, and then we will proceed further towards the pastimes of Lord.
मेरी ओर जय गोपी चित चोर प्रभो जय जय माखन चोर जय जय माखन चोर। श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की, श्री नरसिंह देव भगवान की, जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की। उपस्थित भगवत कथा
Hare
अनुरागी
Krishna. I welcome all the loving devotees of Srimad Bhagavatam, all the devotees, attendees.
इस सभा को
I also extend my warm welcome and gratitude to
श्रीमद्
the
भागवत कथा के
senior
परम रसिक
devotees and mellowful devotees of the Lord who have decorated this beautiful assembly. And I also welcome you all who have joined through the medium of GovindDas, Facebook, YouTube, etc.,
इस कथा का श्रवण करने
who
वाले
all are listening, that is,
श्रोतागण,
all the listeners, devotees, and
ये सुंदर भागवत कथा
the
का आयोजन
organizers of this beautiful Bhagavatam Katha,
भारतवासी,
the residents of
निवासी,
Bharat and Delhi,
समग्र
the
भरद्वाज
whole
परिवार,
Bharadwaj family.
इनके पितरों का स्मरण करें।
If we remember their ancestors,
इंदेर सिंह जी, उमा देवी
Inder
जी,
Singh, Rama Devi ji,
मान सिंह जी,
Man
परमाली
Singh ji,
देवी जी,
Parmali Devi,
लक्ष्मी नारायण जी,
Lakshmi Narayan ji,
इनका पूरा परिवार,
and their whole family, the three brothers,
सर्वप्रथम तो
first and foremost,
रामवती माता,
Ramvati Mataji,
राजेश भरद्वाज जी, सुमन जी,
Rajesh Bharadwaj ji, Suman ji,
संजय जी, सरोज जी,
Sanjay ji, Saroj ji,
सीमा जी,
Naresh ji, Seema ji,
और आप लोग देख ही रहे हैं
and as you all see, all the kids of the
हम
family,
सभी भक्तों का
I welcome
श्रीमद्
you
भागवत
all
कथा के
on
प्रथम दिवस में
the first day of the Srimad Bhagavatam Katha.
हार्दिक स्वागत।
I welcome you all, and
आप सबके चरणों
please
में
accept our
मेरा प्रणाम।
humble obeisances at your lotus feet.
राधे श्याम।
Radhe Shyam.
श्रीमद् भागवत
Srimad Bhagavat,
श्री नरसिंह स्तुति
Sri Narsimha Stuti,
दो।
Part 2.
जैसे कि हम सब जानते हैं,
As we all are aware,
ठीक 7 दिन के बाद
exactly after 7 days, or on the seventh day,
भगवान नरसिंह देव का
it is
आविर्भाव
the
प्राकट्य
appearance day of Lord Narsimha Dev.
और भगवान
The Lord manifested on this day, and
प्रायः
usually
धर्मी
all the followers of Vedic religion
धर्म प्राण जनता
and the religious
नरसिंह देव की
citizens of Bharatvarsh worship Lord Narsimha Dev.
पहले तो मूल
Fundamentally,
दक्षिण
in
भारत
south, southern
भगवान
parts
नरसिंह
of
देव
India,
अधिक
Lord Narsimha Dev
श्रद्धा से
was usually
पूजा
venerated and worshipped,
होती थी और फिर धीरे धीरे
and gradually
श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु और
Chaitanya
श्रील
Mahaprabhu
प्रभुपाद
and
की कृपा से
Srila Prabhupada's
फिर देश
mercy
विदेश में
in
भगवान
all the parts
नरसिंह
of the
देव
world, Lord Narsimha Dev
कहते हैं मानते हैं
is being
और
known, and
स्तुति
people
करते
believe
हैं।
in him and have faith in him, and they venerate him as well.
कुछ लोग वैसे भी हैं
And there are
जो
some
भगवान नरसिंह
people
देव की याद आती है कब, जब गाड़ी
who
का इंजन
remember
लगता है तब
Lord Narsimha Dev only when they
लेना देना नहीं।
start their car. Otherwise, they are not concerned about him. But as soon as they ignite the car,
तुरंत
immediately immediately as we start the car,
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय भगवान
we
नरसिंह
start
देव
to
सोचते हैं
venerate or
साला
praying to Him.
स्वार्थी आदमी है
We are so
क्या
selfish
जरूरत है जब कोई
when we
विवेक
start our car and
जय हो मधुसूदन
when
प्रभु પેલા મળી
we
લો
think about the distress.
तो तो भगवान भी सोचते होंगे लेकिन
So
भगवान को
the
इसमें
Lord
दिक्कत
might
क्या है
also
ये बता
think,
दूं आपको
well, the Lord is not
भगवत गीता में
deterred
कृष्ण ने कहा
or
है
disturbed by this. In Bhagavad Gita,
किसी भी
Krishna has
भाव
said,
से
by any mood or in any mellow or mood,
भजते माम
by four means
अर्जुन वो बहुत सुकृतिशाली है बहुत
people who
अच्छा
worship
आदमी है
me are pious.
दुखी होकर भी डर कर
Even if they are worshipping me by
तो मेरे
fear
पास है
or because of distress, but at least he has came to me.
लेकिन जैसे भगवान
But
की लीला है वैसे भक्तों की भी लीला होती है
as the Lord has
तो
his
भगवान
proclivities and
नरसिंह देव
pastime,
सबकी रक्षा
similarly the
करते हैं
devotees also have. So Lord
भरद्वाज
Narsingadev
जी ने
protects
एक बहुत
everyone.
अच्छा विचार दिया
Bharadwaj
कि
ji has
भगवान
given a
नरसिंह देव
beautiful
भक्त
thought
वात्सल्य है
that Lord Narsingadev is
देखा
Bhakta
जाए
Vatsalya, that is,
तो
he has
भगवान नरसिंह देव
parental
से
affection
विनती
towards his
करते हैं कि
devotees,
आप मेरी रक्षा
and
करो
we don't even need to tell
यदि
him to
हमारी उनमें
protect us.
श्रद्धा है
If we have
भगवान
faith in
नरसिंह देव से
him
प्रेम करते हैं
and if
मानते
we
हैं
love him and
तो कहने की
we
जरूरत
have
नहीं है
affinity
भगवान
or faith
नरसिंह
in
देव
him, then we need
रक्षा
not to
करते ही हैं
request, because he
जैसे
anyways protects
एक
us,
माँ को
as
कहने की जरूरत नहीं
a
है
mother need not
कि
to be
माँ
told
तू मेरी रक्षा
that
करना मुझे भोजन
please
खिलाना
protect me or
अरे पगले तू नहीं
nourish me.
मांगेगा फिर भी
Even if you
खिलाएगी
don't ask, she will give it
स्वभाव
to
है
you.
उनका प्रेम
That is her nature, that
उनका
is her
वात्सल्य
love,
है
that is her
तो भगवान
parental
नरसिंह देव
affection,
वात्सल्य रस के
motherly
भंडार है
affection. Similarly, Nrsimhadev is the presiding
भगवान
deity
नरसिंह देव
of
हम भक्तों के
parental affection, and
स्वाध्यायी
for
हैं
devotees like
पूजनीय हैं
us, he is
लीला
worshipable,
भगवान नरसिंह देव की लीला भागवत
and his
में है
pastimes are
लीला
mentioned
तो एक
in
बहुत
Bhagavatam.
पुरानी है नरसिंह
There is
पुराण
also a complete Puran based
अभी
on him,
पीछे आ रही
that
थी
is Narsingh
प्रभुपाद जी
Puran,
पढ़
as
रहे थे
Narsingh Chaturdashi is approaching. So I was
और
reading
फिर विष्णु
the
पुराण में
same.
बड़े
And
विस्तार
then
से
even in Vishnu Puran, it
भगवान
is
नरसिंह देव की
described
लीला
in great detail,
और भी अनेकों ग्रंथों में
and in other
चैतन्य
scriptures
महाप्रभु
as
की
well.
लीला में भी
In
नरसिंह
Chaitanya
देव के अनेकों पासुर हैं
Mahaprabhu's pastime, there are quite a few
और आज
pastimes
भी
of
हमारे
of
मायापुर में
Narsingadev. And even
भगवान
today in
नरसिंह देव
Mayapur, Lord
लीला
Narsingadev
करते हैं
is performing his
तो बहुत सारी
pastimes.
बातें हैं नरसिंह
So there are
चतुर्दशी
so
के
many
दिन
things, and
हम
as the
रोज भगवान
Singh
नरसिंह
Chaturdashi
देव
is
के विषय
approaching, so
कुछ
on a daily
साहित्यिक
basis,
गीत
we will
कुछ
listen
अनुभवी तो कुछ
to the
अनुभवी
pastimes and glories of the Lord,
गीत
which are
हमारे
heard and unheard.
बिल्कुल मूड बनाएंगे नरसिंह चतुर्दशी
So we
के
will
दिन
prepare ourselves
नरसिंह देव को
to
प्रसन्न करने का
venerate and satisfy Lord Narsingadev
अभी अभी
on his
फिर
appearance day.
ये मेरे मन का
And
विचार है पता नहीं
this is the thought of
एग्जीक्यूट
mine.
हो पाए या ना हो
I'm not
पाए
sure whether we will be able to execute it or not,
उम्मीद
but
करता हूँ
let me
आज से
present my
शुरू
thought,
हो रही है
as
आज से
today,
ठीक
from
7
today, the
दिन नरसिंह
pastime is happening.
चतुर्दशी है
So,
तो
and the
नरसिंह
seventh day is the Singh
चतुर्दशी के दिन
Chaturdashi. So, on that
हम
day,
सब लोग एक साथ बैठे
we
क्योंकि
all
सभी के लिए
should
सुबह है
sit together, because
तो नरसिंह
for
चतुर्दशी के दिन
India it is in the morning,
सबके जीवन में जो भी छोटे बड़े विघ्न
and
है
whatever small or
विघ्न
big
है
distresses we have in our
है ना
lives, have you not heard
भगीरथ जी
yet?
ने कितना बड़ा काम किया
Bhagirath ji
माँ
did
गंगा
such a
को
great
धरती
job.
पर उतारना कोई
He
छोटी
brought
काम है
Mother Ganga to the
लेकिन उसमें
earth,
भी विघ्न
but
आया
it was not an ordinary feat.
जानू मुनि
But
पी
still,
रहे
there
थे
was a
एक चमची के लिए पूरी
disturbance.
गंगा पी गए
For one spoon, Janam
ये
Muni
विघ्न
drank the whole Ganga river.
जब भी कोई
So
हम
this
अच्छा
was the
काम करते हैं
obstacle.
शुभ
So
काम
whenever
करते
we
हैं
do any pious
प्रतिपद
deed,
विघ्नानि अनेकों विघ्न आते हैं
then we
कुछ कर्म
get
के वश विघ्न आते हैं
so many types of
कुछ समय के
disturbances,
कारण
maybe
विघ्न
because of
आते
our
हैं
past actions,
लेकिन
we are
भगवान
getting
नरसिंह देव
reactions,
की
or
उपासना करें
because of
ध्यान करें
the time, place,
तो
circumstance, etc.
सारे विघ्नों से
So if we
पार पा
worship
सकते
Him,
हैं
then we will
तो
be
यही
saved
मेरे
from
मन का
all the
विचार मैं
distresses.
प्रकट करता
So
हूँ
this is my desire.
कितना हद तक
Now
पूर्ण
let's
होगा
see how far
नरसिंह
we can
चतुर्दशी के
do
दिन
that. So on the day
एक
of
व्रत
Narsingh
आयोजित
Chaturdashi,
किया जाए मेरी
we
तरफ
will
से
perform a fire sacrifice or yajna, and everyone will participate in that. And Lord Narsingh Dev has 1000 names. So as we keep these on screen, we will keep it on the screen, and we all will offer fire sacrifice to him. Shri Narsimha Sarva, Shri Mahanarsimha Swaha, etc. So on and so forth. We will offer and venerate 1000 names of Lord Narsingh Dev. So, if possible, Abhinara Prabhu, you can perform this in Goshala because it's a pure first place and it will be free of cost. We are doing so many kathas, so this is from my end, and you all are invited. I'm inviting all of you. So on the last day, we all have small or big obstacles, or they might be coming, whether in material or in spiritual life. We all should offer him loving devotional service. And if possible, you can do it from your home also. If not, then at least you can come and sit and rest. Everything will be taken care of. So this is the my thought, and I have not done any preparation, but let's see. So let's see how far the devotees complete this. So now the character of Narsingh Dev is magnificent. Especially many devotees have worshipped, prayed, venerated Lord Narsingh Dev in many Vedic scriptures, but the crystal of all the scriptures, that is Srimad Bhagavatam, and it is the king of all the scriptures, and it is the proof of all the proofs. Therefore, on the auspicious times of Narsingh Chaturdashi, we will venerate Lord Narsingh Dev. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a prayer of Lord Narsingh Dev, which is very interestingly described. There are so many types of prayers, but in Bhagavatam, it is something different, which I like personally very much. So the introduction, we will see first that how this prayer starts. As you all are aware, on Vaishak Shukla Chaturdashi, that is the 14th day, and during the evening, that is 6:37, when it was not day or night, no, a person, a human or animal, a non-Narsimha appeared. And as soon as he appeared or manifested, what did he do? He killed Hiranyakashipu. And this we will listen especially on the day of Narsingh Chaturdashi. So we'll keep this on hold. So after this, what happened? This is the verse in front of the screen. Sri Narad Muni tells this to Yudhishthira Maharaj.
त्रयमस्तकज्वरम् तमादिदेत्यं हरिणं हतं मृधे प्रहर्षवेगोत् किलता ननामुः प्रसून्ववर्षे ववृषो सुरस्त्रियः। जैसे ही भगवान नरसिंह देव प्रकट हुए, और हिरण्यकशिपु को मार दिया। सुनिए अब श्लोक देखिए।
So as soon as he appeared, he killed Hiranyakashipu. So listen carefully. So Shrinaya, that is listen.
लोक माने लोक, भू भुव अध,
So Lok means the
है, लेकिन
universe.
डायरेक्शन के अनुसार तो तीन हुए ना।
So according to direction, there are three.
नीचे
So
के ऊपर के, इसलिए तीन लोक कहते हैं।
the planet where we reside in the upper and the lower planetary systems. So who heard
सुना, क्या सुना?
and
त्रैलोक,
what
तीनों
was heard?
लोक के
In all the three worlds,
बहुत अच्छा है।
the
तीनों लोक में रहने वालों के जितने के मस्तक
Mastak.
है,
So everybody who had head on these in these three worlds, there was Jwaram, that is
माथाનો દુખાવો,
the distress or headache of all.
મસ્તક જ્વરમ, तीनों
Jwaram
लोकों
means
के माथे का
headache.
दुखावा।
So he was the
हिरण्यकशिपु।
headache for all the people in these three worlds. And who was he? Hiranyakashipu said, look at the style of this
निशम्य लोकत्रय मस्तक
verse.
ज्वरम, तीनों लोकों के मस्तक का, माथे का
So
दुखावा।
Mastak means head
तीनों लोकों के
and
माथे में
Jwara means
बिल्कुल
ache.
टेंशन करके रख।
So
इस पर तो बहुत
the
सारी
person
किताबें हो
who
सकती हैं, पिछले वर्ष ये सब हो
is
चुका है,
responsible for
लेकिन याद करने का
distress of all.
मौका
So,
मुझे ही दिया है, इसलिए
so
मैं
we have already discussed this last year. So I'm just
आपको थोड़ा याद करा रहा हूँ।
we have discussed this last year, but it is my job to remind you all. So this has been
केवल याद कराता हूँ, मुझे आगे बढ़ना है, आगे का जो
discussed in detail. So
वो सुना
we have to go further, whatever has not been covered. So just I want to give you an introduction or backdrop.
ज्वरम, तीनों लोगों के माथे का जो टेंशन था, जो दुखावा
So
था,
the headache of all the three worlds.
वो दुखावा कौन था?
And who was he? That is Adi Daitya Hiranya Kashipu. Who is he? Adi Daitya. That is the first demon.
So त्रय लोक मस्तक ज्वरम आदि दैत्यम, वो आदि दैत्य हिरण्यकशिपु,
So
हरिनाम
this
हतम, हरिनाम हरि
first demon,
हत मारा,
Hat means killed, Hari Na means by Lord Hari. And where? Mride, that is in the battlefield. So in this war or battle, by Lord Hari, he was killed. Who was? Hiranyakashipu.
सॉरी हिरण्यकशिपु, श्री थोड़ी बोलना जी, हिरण्यकशिपु जो तीनों लोगों के माथे का दुख,
Who was the headache of all the people of this material universe,
और जब ये
or the
मारा
three
गया
worlds.
निशम्य,
And when he was killed,
लोगों ने सुनी,
and when people heard this, Nishamya means to hear,
तो सबको हर्ष
the
नहीं,
Praharsh means
हर्ष प्रकृष्ट,
they were not
बहुत आनंद
just happy, they were extremely happy.
और उस आनंद के कारण
And because of that extreme happiness,
तेज गति से
Vego means with great velocity or speed, they started running
और दौड़कर उस भगवान नरसिंह देव के ऊपर पुष्प बरसाने लगे,
and started showering flowers on this Hirana,
वर्षे
on this Lord Narsingadev.
सबसे पहले सूर्य
So first and foremost,
ने
the women of the demigods or the wives of demigods showered Lord Narsingadev with love. That
अब देखो
Lord Hari has killed Hiranyakashipu.
सूर्य स्त्रीय का ही नाम आया है, देवताओं की पत्नियों ने फूल बरसाए,
So the wives of
ढीले होते ना, पुरुष लोग
demigods showered. So demigods were coming slowly, but the women are quite active.
और भगवान
They started running and they showered flowers.
बरसा रही है,
So these flowers are being showered by the wives of the demigods.
देवताओं की पत्नियां सूर्य स्त्रीय प्रहर्ष
So Sura, Striya, Sur means demigods,
फूल बरसाने लगी,
and
क्योंकि आज
Striya means their wives. So now they were showering,
माथे का
and they are extremely happy that the headache of our husbands has been destroyed. So it is the nature of women folk.
कोई दे नहीं सकता, केवल वो अधिकार मेरा ही,
Nobody can distress my husband except me. Nobody can take that
ये हिरण्यकशिपु
role from me.
अधिकार
So
छीन
this
लिया,
Hiranyakashipu has taken
मेरे
over.
पति को जो भी चिंता दूंगी, टेंशन दूंगी,
So,
हार्ट अटैक
so
दूंगी,
whatever
मैं
tension, heart attack
हिरण्यकशिपु को क्यों दे सकता
should
है?
be given, it should be given by me. How can Hiranyakashipu hinder? I'm very glad that he's killed.
मैं झूठ कहाँ बोल रहा हूँ, ये स्त्रियाँ ये स्त्रियाँ ही प्रसन्न हुई और
I'm
देवता भी
not
प्रसन्न
lying.
हुए,
See, demigods were
सबसे
happy,
ज्यादा
but
प्रसन्नता
the
स्त्रियों
most
को
happy of them all was the women of demigods, that at least we have
अब
got
ये
our right
हिरण्यकशिपु
back.
मर गया, अब
As
हमारे बच्चों
Hiranyakashipu
को
is
जो
dead
भी माता
now,
का दुखावा जो भी
whatever
चिंता जो भी
headache
टेंशन
our husbands will
वो
have will be
देखेगा।
from us, not from
तो
him.
सारी सारी देवियाँ मतलब प्रसन्न हो गई, फूल बरसाने लगी
So they started showering the
और
Lord with
वो देवी
flowers.
लोग धीरे धीरे ढीले ढीले आ रहे थे, वो चिल्लाई, अजी क्या कर रहे हो, आओ
Demigods were
आओ
walking
हमारे
slowly.
पास,
So
आओ तुम भी फूल
what are
बरसाओ।
you doing? What are you doing?
कैसे
Come
कैसे
fast, and you
कैसे
should also
फूलों को
shower the
उखाड़ लिया
flowers.
और वो भी फूल बरसाए।
And they also
देवियों ने
started
कहा कि तुम
venerating
फूल
the Lord.
बरसाओगे,
He said that you
तो बोले
just will
चलो
just
दर्शन करने के
shower
लिए नहीं, आज
the
कल
flower.
रविवार का दिन होता है,
We should also
कल
go and
हमारे
have an audience with him.
प्रभु जियों को मंदिर में
Usually on Sundays, Mataji's only tell Prabhuji's that
माता जी
let's
भी
go
सब
to the
तैयार
temple.
होकर व्यवस्थित रूप से
So
वो
she
भी
get
चला
ready.
पीछे पीछे ढीली ढीली धोती पहनकर चलते चलते आता है।
And the husband
तो
is
यहाँ भी
following
ऐसे ही हुआ,
behind.
जब भगवान
So
नरसिंह
here
देव
also
प्रकट
it's
हुए
happened when
तो
Lord
देवी
Narsimhadev
छिटकी ऊपर से
appeared,
फूल बरसाए,
immediately
देवताओं
the
की पत्नियों ने
flowers were showered
देवताओं
by
को
the
भी
wives
बरसाए,
of demigods.
उन्होंने भी बरसाया और फिर क्या हुआ तो
And
आगे
then what
देखिए,
happened? It is mentioned.
तदा विमान वलिवीनभस्तलम् दिदूक्षतां संकुलमासनाकिनाम् सुरान्नकादन्दुभयोऽथ जगनिरे हे गंधर्व मुखिया ननु तो जगु स्त्रियः। तदा देवियों ने कहा कि चलो अब दर्शन भी करके आते हैं।
So the women folk told that let's go and have the audience with the Lord. And what happened? Tada, that means that time, all the women folk and the demigods sat on the vehicle, and all the demigods appeared there with on their own celestial vehicles. So whether you go on a chariot or a BMW or Mercedes, but it is glorious to visit the temple, that you should go and visit the temple and have an audience with the Lord or to listen to the pastimes of the Lord. What instrument you use is according to our capacity. So once there was a Katha in cruise, there was a so I was accompanying my family and we got a long car. We went in there, and the second day it was on the newspaper that the writer of the Bhagavatam was in such a great car. The car was ours, the Katha was ours, but others were distressed. So you see this word Tada Vimana. So to have audience with the Lord, the demigods came on their vehicle or chariot. Yudhishthira Maharaj went to Bhishma Pitama to listen to Bhagavatam. He was on the gold chariot, as it's mentioned in Bhagavatam. So whatever instrument use, the importance is of having an audience with the Lord. And to see the Lord, so many demigods came that Vimanavalibi, that the whole sky was filled with the chariots. There were no clouds, but all the vehicles on the sky. Uh, People could just see the vehicles of the demigods. And what were they doing? All these demigods were playing their musical instrument. So demons ring, but the demigods were using their musical instruments, and great Gandharvas were singing beautifully, and the women started dancing. So the Lord Nrsimhadev has manifested, and they are sitting on their vehicle and they are playing their instruments, singing and dancing. So if Parikshit Maharaj asks Sukdev Goswami or Yudhishthir Maharaj who is listening, and he asked Naradji that who all were present, can you let us know that who was sitting? Then Naradji said it's not possible to tell you the name of each and every one, but let me tell you the main people who arrived. On that vehicle, Vibhuda, so the intelligent people were there. Vibhuda means intelligent. Buddha means intelligent. V means specially intelligent. A, a person who is extremely wise will have an audience of the Lord. The foolish people will, on a day of holiday, will sit in their home in Bermudas and will not go and have an audience with the Lord. Only intellectual or wise people will visit the Lord or to listen to the pastimes of the Lord. So all intelligent people were around. And Vibhuda, even demigods are addressed to as Vibhuda. So first and foremost was Brahmaji, then Girish. Giri means the person who lives in the mountain, that is Lord Shiva. And he didn't came alone. Adaya means he came with his associates. Then Rishi, because this was an action movie, so therefore the eternal associates also came. So Brahma, Shiv, and his associates. It is specially mentioned about his associates and not any other. And great sages also came to have an audience. Then Pitaraha, that is the ancestors. The after when the death, the people who go to Pitralok, or and there also you can do pious work and you get a facility to roam a little. And that he can't goes to go to jail, then you have to just cry. You can work there, you get some money, and there is a shop where you can spend that money also. So there is this facility in Pitrulok. If someone performs good, or if his son does some pious work, then the ancestors get some facility. So what was the facility? They got a flight and they came to have an audience with the Lord Narsingadev. And further it is said, Siddha, that is the people who reside in Siddhalok, that is the people who have attained perfection, and Vidyadhar, that are the scholars, and Maharaga means the snakes from the lower planetary system. You might think that nobody came from Mother Earth, everybody came from the sky above. So it is mentioned below, Manava means Menu Maharaj was representing the humans. Then Prajanam, that is the Prajapatis, that is Daksh Prajapati, etc. They all also went. then Gandharvas,
गंधर्व जो अच्छा गाते हैं,
who
अप्सराएं
sing
थी,
well.
अप्सराएं थी,
Apsara means the celestial beings, then
यक्ष थे,
Charana, then
यक्ष थे किम
Yakshas,
पुरुषा, हनुमान जी
then
महाराज
Kim
भी थे उसमें,
Purusha, that is Hanumanji was
किम
also
पुरुष माने
present
हनुमान
there.
जी महाराज. सो हनुमान जी महाराज आदि थे.
So,
तात बेताल, भगवान
and
बेताल को जानते
Betal
हैं.
was also there.
बेताल का अर्थ क्या है?
So, what does Betal here imply? A person who never
फिजिकल कथा
sings
करने
in
का
melody.
बहुत अच्छा होता है.
When it is a physical
जब
katha,
कीर्तन होता है,
we get
पूरा पंडाल ताली बजाता
this
है, सब ताली
experience.
बजाता है.
When everybody has already clapped, they clap afterwards.
और वो यदि नजदीक बैठा हो तो हम
And
कंफ्यूज
if
हो
he's
जाते हैं कि अभी
sitting
इसका
next
मतलब
to us,
क्या
then
होगा.
we get disturbed that whether we should
तो ऐसे
follow
कीर्तन
him or
जो
others.
डिवोटी होते हैं उसको
So
बेताल
such
कहते हैं.
devotees are addressed as Beta.
बहुत साल पहले वो सीरियल आती थी, पता है, विक्रम विक्रम विक्रम, वेताल वेताल
Many
वेताल,
years
पिक्चर में
back,
राजा विक्रम था,
there was a
वो
series,
यदि पकड़ लेता
Vikram
था
and Beta.
वेताल को पकड़ लेता था.
So this
तो जो
Vital used to
बांसुरी नहीं बजाते
catch
ना, वो जैसे
Vikram.
भूत
So,
जैसे ही होते हैं, वो पकड़
so
के लेके
those
जाते
who
हैं.
don't sing in melody are like
बेताल
ghosts.
फिर सिद्ध और किन्नर.
And
इस प्रकार
Kinnara.
से
So
अनेकों
in this manner,
वैकुंठ विमान में,
many
पता है,
people were
वो
sitting on their vehicles.
वैकुंठ लोक से
And
कहते
from
हैं दिव्य विष्णु
Vaikuntha,
पार्षदा, भगवान
the
विष्णु
eternal
के
associates of
वैकुंठ
Lord
लोक से आए.
Vishnu
ये सब
came from the eternal
फिजिकल
abode
वर्ल्ड
of the
से
Lord, that is
नहीं,
Vishnu Lok. So
आध्यात्मिक
these all came
वर्ल्ड
from the
से
material world, but from the
विराजमान है.
spiritual world, the associates of Lord Vishnu came.
सुनंदन मुकुंद आदय, भगवान के स्पेशल पार्षद है नंद
And
सुनंद,
the special associates of the Lord, that is Nanda Sunand Kumar,
मूर्धनि बुद्धा अंजलि पुटा आसीनम तीव्र तेजसम. भगवान नरसिंह देव के
and
तीव्र तेज के सामने
in
अपने
front of the great effulgence of Narsimha Dev with
सब
their folding hands, everybody was standing there.
नारायणम नारी दुर्चरा पृथक. भगवान नरसिंह देव कैसे कैसे हैं?
So
नर
how is Lord
शार्दूल.
Narsimha Dev? He
नर
is Nar
शार्दूलम
Shardulam.
माने नरों में
That
भी सिंह
implies the
सिंह की तरह गर्जना करने
lion
वाले,
amongst the humans,
भयंकर उग्र
the one who
स्वभाव रखने
roars
वाले
like the
भगवान के
lion,
सामने सब लोग स्तुति करने लगे.
and he was being venerated by
ये
all
सब
the
खड़े थे,
demigods.
लेकिन भगवान
So
नरसिंह अपने
everybody was
आकाश में
standing
खड़े थे.
in the
अरे
sky. What should we do?
भगवान
They were
नरसिंह
thinking,
देव ने
because
हिरण्यकशिपु को
Lord
मारने के
Narsingh
लिए
Dev has
इतना उग्र
to
स्वरूप धारण कर लिया
kill
था कि
Hiranyakashipu,
उसके
who has
पास
taken such a
तत्परता में था.
ferocious
वो
form, and
कहने
he
लगे
was in such a
कि मेरे 5 साल के
fer-
बालक को ये कैसे मार सकता है.
ferocious mood that how can he
इतने
attack
छोटे
a
से मासूम
5-year-old
बच्चे को भक्त को इतना
child
परेशान करके रख दिया.
or
इसलिए
my
भगवान नरसिंह
devotee,
देव की
and he
आत्मा
has
व्याकुल हो
distressed
गई
him,
थी.
and the
और वो
Lord
चाहता
lost
है
his
कि
control,
हिरण्यकशिपु को मार
was
डाले.
filled with angst, and he has already
देखो
killed
आपने मूवीज में भी
Hiranyakashipu.
देखा होगा,
You might have
एक
seen in the
सिक्के
movies
गोली
as
मार
well.
दो तो बंदा मर जाता है,
If you
लेकिन वो खून ना
shoot
छोड़े ना,
one
तो एक गोली मारने के बाद दूसरी
bullet,
तीसरी
then a
चौथी
person
कभी
can die.
कभी बंदूक
But
फट
if
भी
you are
जाती
so
है.
much frustrated, then
गोली
they
एक
just
काफी है
empty
मारने के
all
लिए,
the
लेकिन
bullets in
बाद में
that
जाकर
person.
वो खुन्नस होती है.
So the remaining
तो
bullets
भगवान
are the
नरसिंह देव
frustration.
हिरण्यकशिपु तो कब का
So
मर चुका है,
Hiranyakashipu was
लेकिन फिर भी भगवान नरसिंह देव उसको
already dead
मारने
long
को
back,
लड़ रहे थे.
but still he was,
इतनी
Narsingh
खूबसूरती थी,
Dev
सारे
was
देवता डर रहे थे.
attacking Hiranyakashipu,
सारे देवता
and
आकाश में
all the
खड़े हुए
demigods
थे.
became scared, and they were all in
भगवान
their
नरसिंह देव ने
vehicles.
सोचा देवता
So
कोई
Lord
डर
Narsingh
रहा है,
Dev said,
ऐसा करके
somebody is ever
हिरण्यकशिपु को मार
as he
डाले.
saw. Then they used to
सारे
run
देवता यहाँ
from
से
one place
कोई
to another.
सामने आने के लिए
So
तैयार नहीं
nobody
था.
was ready to
भगवान
come in front of the
हिरण्यकशिपु ने
Lord.
कहा नीचे तो उतर,
And
कम
the
से कम
demigods were thinking
भगवान
that
हमारे
let's
लिए
go
ही तो आए
down,
हैं.
because he has arrived
लेकिन
for
देवताओं
us
ने
or
कहा
appeared
क्यों
for us
नीचे उतरे. देवता
to work
नीचे
for
से
us.
नीचे उतरे,
So somehow they
लेकिन भगवान
came,
नरसिंह देव के सामने आगे कोई नहीं आ
but
पाए.
nobody was able
प्रभुपाद
to
जी
come
पूरा
forward.
एग्जैक्ट भागवत के अनुसार आप देखो तो सही,
Prabhupada ji made the
सारे
picture
देवता भगवान नरसिंह देव की उपस्थिति में
appropriately.
पीछे खड़े हैं.
All the demigods are standing behind
कांप रहे हैं.
Lord Narsingh Dev, and they are shaking,
क्योंकि
shivering.
भगवान
And
को
the reason
जानते
behind
हैं
is
कि
that
क्रोध
they know
हिरण्यकशिपु
that
पर किया है, लेकिन
he's
भगवान को
angry on
जानते हैं कहीं
Hiranyakashipu,
ना
but if
कहीं इस
I
बार
we
हमको
go
लग जाए. पता है
and if
ऑफिस में
we text, so in an office
खाली एक आदमी
there is a
घबराता है,
boss,
लेकिन बाकी सब भी
he
स्वाभाविक है.
scolds one person,
आज
but
हमको
others
कुछ
also
अच्छा
get
नहीं है.
scared. So the demigods was discussing, telling each other, you should go forward. So everybody was instigating others to move forward. And by Indra and Shivji pushed Brahmaji in front of Narsimha. So he didn't came too much near to him, but he was standing in front now. So once a boy was playing near the ocean and he got drowned in that ocean. And so everybody was there. So everybody was taking selfie. We were roaming on the ocean and the kid is drowning in the ocean. Please like and share. So is there something to share? This person is getting drowned, so you should try to protect him. The media came, everybody was there not to save him, but to just see that he's drowning and to show others. So this is what's going on in today's world. So by the time a young person jumped and he brought this child outside and he was given prize, etc., he was praised a lot and everybody was, and you did such a courageous job. So you have to say two words. So you say, he said, who pushed me? So who pushed me into the ocean? So even he also didn't want to go, but he was pushed. So all the demigods were standing behind, nobody was coming in front. But Brahmaji was pushed in front. That you are the creator of this one. Who is the first living being in the material universe? So he said, me. So you should go and venerate. So they put him forward. So Brahmaji came forward and he started worshipping the Lord in this manner.
स्मनन्ताय दुरन्त्यशक्त्ये विचित्रवीर्याय पवित्रकर्मणे विश्वस्य सर्ग स्थितिसंयमान गुणे स्वलीलयासन ददते व्ययात्मने। मुझे तो अभी भी ब्रह्मा जी पर हंसी आ रही। ब्रह्मा जी मन में सोच रहे कि स्तुति पूरी हो जाने दे।
Brahma ji thinking, let me just first venerate the Lord. Who pushed me? So now he is in front of the Lord, so he has to speak. So Brahma Uvacha. We have got Brahmaji in front. So Brahmaji tells the Lord, Nato Asmi. So the first word is Nato Asmi, that we venerate or prostrate in front of you. So the tone of Brahmaji. If I get the role of Brahmaji, so I say to you, you are Ananta, that is unlimited. So if the Lord says speak loudly, then Brahmaji increased his volume. That I'm saying that, please accept my humble obeisances. You are unlimited. What I say? So Brahmaji says Nato. So why does Brahmaji pays his obeisances? So there is the difference between Naman. A few days back, Marichi was
रावण का मारीच को नमस्कार करने में कुछ अलग भाव था. आप लोग भी भ्रम में मत रहना.
paid obeisances by Ravana. So you did not do- sometimes when you go to the institution, the people who offer obeisances doesn't mean that they are thinking that you're the spiritual master. They are doing that so that they can drag your leg or pull your leg and pull you down.
दगाबाज दुगुना नमे चीत चोर कमान. ठीक है. नमन नमन में फिर तो नमन करना.
So there is a difference. So why is Brahmaji offering obeisances? So Sridhar Swami says, my Lord, I'm praying at your lotus feet just to get your mercy or blessing.
कि थोड़ा हमारा ध्यान रखिएगा, इसको फाड़ा वैसे.
So please be merciful and don't tear us away. Please be merciful, so that is fine. I prostrate. And the second, so I'm speaking on this word Natosmi because Lord Narsimha Dev has lost his control on Brahmaji and he was pushed forward. Lord Narsimha Dev was thinking that what kind of boon or benediction he has given to Hiranyakashipu. So he should not die above or below, nor in day or night, nor by human or animal, nor by any weapon. So how am I supposed to kill? So if you want to give a benediction, at least you should have some scope to kill. Because of you, I have to take this form. Therefore, Brahmaji is prostrating in front of the Lord that I have given benediction to him that he will become almost immortal. But you are great. You didn't broke my vow. You protected that and you have done your work as well. You are really great. You are magnificent and I prostrate in front of you. I cannot do anything more or less. So this veneration is done by Brahmaji. And the third reason for the same is Vanshidharji writes in his interpretation, why does he venerate the Lord? He says, oh, I'm unable to understand your a category. So what exactly you want to achieve? First, you made Sankadiks angry. It is mentioned in the interpretation of Vanshidhar. The Kumaras can never be angry even in their dreams. They are children. By the benediction of the Lord, they were not more than 5 years old. How can a child be angry? And does it matter? The anger of a child. So such Kumaras who can never be angry. So you made them angry and and your devotee can never falter. What have you mentioned in Bhagavad Gita? You have taken the vow that my devotee never falls, but Jay or Vijay were fallen, have fallen. So this gear is good. So on this Natosmi, Brahmaji is saying that why I am paying obeisances to you. So you made your devotee fall, and the Kumaras were made angry on your behest, and you sat in my heart and gave benediction to him. So he put all the blame on the Lord that you sat in my heart and you gave this benediction to him. So I understand that also. And in a home of a demon, a greatest devotee of the Lord, Prahlad Maharaj, was born. Why was Prahlad born in such a family of demons? There were so many devotees in the world, but why he was born here? We are unable to understand your pastimes or proclivity. And in Gita, you yourself have said, what have you said? That a devotee is born in the house of a pious or a devotee family. But the highest devotee of the Lord, Prahlad Maharaj, was born in the home of a demon. And you made him kill your devotee. And then you yourself appear, manifest to protect him. And you kill Hiranyakashipu. And you send Jai Vijay back. So, oh, what, Lord, what do you want to do? It is beyond our comprehension. So, what are the pastimes that go in your heart? And what is your goal? We are all unaware. So, Brahmaji has four heads or not? So, although you're not able to see the fourth one, it's in the behind. So, this in 2D, you can just see this much. So, he has four heads. So, the four-headed Brahma cannot understand the Lord. Then why are we trying to understand him? Who can understand him? We just need to chant his name and love him. We cannot understand him. So Brahmaji says that who can understand you? This is the opinion of Brahmaji. Yamraji said, I cannot understand you, nor Lord Indra, Prachetas, etc. All these great demigods and the Marudgunas and the associates of Lord Rudra, Shiva, nobody can understand your desire and your heart. When the people who are in their mode of goodness cannot understand you, then people like us who are in the mode of ignorance and passion, how can we understand the Lord? This doesn't imply that we should not try to understand him. So let's understand the point here that the Lord is so enormous, generous, great that he is beyond our perception, but that doesn't mean we should not understand him. We cannot understand it is him. It is mentioned in Upanishads. Even the Vedas also say that there is no end or he is infinite. That doesn't mean that we need not try. A small child, when puts his trousers, then some change falls and he collects this change and he says that you have so much money. Your father has crores of rupees, but the child brings these coins and says that you have so much money. But yet the Lord gets satisfied by the action of the son that at least he is trying to understand me. He is trying to understand my glory. So, although the Vedas are mentioned as neti, that is beyond perception or infinite, a beautiful song has been sung by a devotee.
तुझ पार के ने नहीं आवे ए गुण तणो तुझ पार के ने नहीं आवे वेती ने नेति वेद पुकारे नेति वेद पुकारे पुनीत गुण गावे जय काना काला ओम जय काना काला प्रभु नटवर नंद लाला मीठी मोरली वाला मीठी मोरली वाला गोपीना प्यारा ओम जय काना काला। पुनीत महाराज, हमारे भारत के संत हुए पुनीत महाराज ने ये भजन गाया
It
है।
was sung by Puneet Maharaj, who was a great sage of India, and he says that this Krishna, nobody can understand him because Vedas address him as infinite. So forget the Lord. The people who perform devotional service to the of the Lord, that even to understand him is also difficult. So we cannot even understand the exalted or solemn devotee of the Lord. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, a person whose heart has the love towards Lord Shri Krishna, such loving devotee of the Lord cannot be understood. His work and speech are unable to understand. So how can we understand the Lord? That is why Brahmaji is saying, Natosme, that to understand you and your desire is almost impossible. And with one word, he is telling the qualities of the Lord. He says, Ananta, that is, you are infinite. And I prostrate to you. Your pastimes, your forms are infinite. And who has unlimited potency. Duranta Shakti means unlimited potency. Then Avyay means you're infallible. Then Vichitra Viryaya. Your courage is strange. So I prostrate in front of you. Pavitra Karmane, your works are pious, are pure. So all his work are pure. They were to listen to his works and they purify us as well.
माया के 3 गुण सत्व रजस तमस से विश्वस्य इस विश्व का सर्ग निर्माण करते स्थिति
create this world by the 3 modes of material nature, and you protect and maintain and destroy them as well. And by your pastime, you protect, generate, and destroy such infallible Lord, inconceivable Lord. I prostrate in front of you. So, in this way, Brahmaji venerates the Lord and he ran back to his group. So when Brahmaji venerates, so he does so in so many verses, but in one verse he concluded and he went back to his group and then he pushed Lord Shiva.
ब्रह्मा जी ने शिव जी को आगे कर दिया। तब नारद मुनि कहते हैं कि श्री रुद्र उवाच।
Then Narad Muni says, Shri Rudra Uvacha. Then Lord Shiva came forward.
हतो यम सुरोल्पकः तत्सुतं प्रायुपसृ तत्सुतं प्रायुपसृतं भक्तं ते भक्तवत्सल। अब शिव जी आगे आते हैं।
So Lord Shiva comes forward and so in one verse they narrating the Lord. So they are being pushed, so at least they have to speak one verse. Because otherwise when they speak verse, they venerate, they use hundreds of verses. Only the veneration was done in detail by Prahladji in many verses. But they all are venerating the Lord in one verse each. So look at the style of Lord Shiva. He says that this is not an appropriate time to get angry. It is during the end or conclusion of the Yuga. The Yuga has just started. So this material universe has just started. And so Kop means angry and Kalo means time. So this is not an appropriate time to be angry. So if the Lord says that when shall I be angry? He said in Gujarati, that is it not appropriate for me to be angry? But he says that the time for you to get angry is Yugantaste. That is the end of the Yuga or era. And by one time your anger, the whole material universe gets destroyed. You format the hard disk. So it sometimes happens. We are sitting with a project that we have to do this and that, and it becomes so complicated. So let's leave it behind and start from scratch. So this has got so entangled, so let's format it. And when we restart it, then it happens easily. This is what happens with the Lord. The universe is created with a great goal, but these terrorists, this and that, so much happens. And the Lord became angry and formats. So Shivji says, this is not the appropriate time for you to be angry. It is during the end of the Yuga. So, do you understand the time of Yuganta? So, this means this is a Kali Yuga. This is for 4,32,000 years. And after that, 8,64,000 is Dwapar Yuga. Then 12,96,000 is Treta Yuga. And so on and so forth. So, if we add all these four yugas, then it will be 43,20,000 years. So one Chatur Yuga is for this duration. So when such 1,000 Chatur Yugas pass, then Brahmaji is 12 years and so when 1,000 times it so happens, then 12 hours of Brahmaji are finished, and after another 1,000 years, then another 12 hours a person. So in this manner, the month is for 30 days, and after finishing 100 years for Brahma, then Lord Brahma's time is to get angry, and the whole universe, including Lord Brahmaji, get destroyed. So Shivji said, "Oh, my dear Lord, the time for you to get angry is during the end of the Yuga." He said that this Hiranyakashipu has distressed my devotee Prahlad. And Shivji says, okay. So you became angry to kill Hiranyakashipu, but he is already dead. His dead body is on your lap. So he agreed that you became angry to kill him. Hato ayam asur. That means that this demon is no more. So leave it behind. And then Shivji says beautifully, Alpaka is such a small demon. Alp means small and Suro means demon. To kill just a small demon, you have used so much of anger, which is not appropriate on your position. So you don't have a father. But what is your problem if I get angry? Then he says, oh Lord, it is not, I'm not distressed, but I'm worried about your devotee Prahlad. I can understand that this is, your anger is for Hiranyakashipu, but my distress is that, well, making angry on him, the devotee should not be disturbed or attacked by you. I'm not worried about, but I'm worried about your devotee Prahlad Maharaj, that he should not get any trouble because we all are hiding behind you. But this child is standing in front of you. So he should be saved and protected. So he is your devotee. And you are Bhaktavatsal, that is, you are the effect. You have pattern affection towards your devotee. And this title was given by Lord Shiva. So this title is from Srimad Bhagavatam and it is given to Lord Narsimha by Lord Shiva himself. So Prahlad is your devotee. And why should I protect Prahlad Maharaj? If Narsimha Maharaj asks, why should I protect him? Then Shivji said that we have 3 points. Okay. First, Suttam. He is under your shelter, or he has taken your shelter. So what is the reply to this answer? Why should Prahlad be protected? And if we have this question that why Lord should protect us, so Shivji is discussing 3 points. Why would the Lord protect the devotee? First, because the devotee has taken the shelter of the Lord. So Shivji says, he is under your shelter and Bhaktam, that means he is your devotee. And Te, it's a one word, but it is very important that he belongs to you. He has considered you as his father, mother, friend, brother, etc. He has attached a relationship with you. So how beautifully Shivji describes. So this has been discussed in last year. And I'm sure that nobody remembers this. Therefore, I'm just reminding all this. And by seeing your expression, I'm aware that people have this inquisitiveness, therefore I'm speaking in little detail.
तो सबका ठेका मैंने ही लेकर रखा है, शरण में आ जाए, डिवोटी बन जाए.
So if someone takes my shelter and attaches a relationship with me or becomes my devotee, then is it my responsibility? So yes, you will protect, because it is your glory that you are Bhakta Vatsala. That is, you have paternal affection towards your devotee, and you will protect your devotee, because devotee has these three qualities, but you also have a quality that you have affection towards your devotee, and you cannot stay behind and not protect your devotee. So this word Bhaktavatsal was given by Lord Shiva. So, do you understand the meaning of this word Bhaktavatsala? Krishna, Ram, and especially Narsimha Dev is referred to as Bhaktavatsala. Vatsa means the calf. So I'm speaking on this word Vatsala. So Vatsal means the calf, and Vatsala means its mother or the cow. So the mother cow who has just given birth to the calf is called Vatsala. And as a cow takes care of the newly born calf and protects him, she loves him. It is not important to protect or nurture, but to love is far more important. And what is that love? When that calf is born, it is covered with all kinds of impurities. But the mother cow has so much love towards that calf that with her tongue she cleans the calf. Nobody does it, but the cow does it with for her calf. She removes all the dirt from it. So the Lord is being referred to as Bhaktavatsala by Shivji. So what does it imply? That if we take a shelter of the Lord and we listen to his pastimes, and even if we are under the spell of impurities, material impurities, then the Lord will cleanse us with his own tongue. We should not be worried or distressed. There are so many people who will scare us that you will fall down, this and that. But the Lord will never let his devotee fall. And even if the devotee gets some impurity or some failure or shortcoming, then that is removed by the Lord by his tongue, as the cow cleanses her calf with her tongue, because she loves her calf. Similarly, the Lord also loves his devotee. And as the cow gives everything to her calf, similarly, the Lord also offers everything to his devotee. So all the incarnations of the Lord are in some special mood. So Matsya Avatar is in Vibhitsa Rasa. And Kurma Avatar is in Adbhut Ras, that is something strange. And Vara Avatar is in Bhayanak Rasa. And Vamana is in the mode of fraternity or fresh friendship. And Ramji is in Karun Ras. Balbhadra or Baldev Ji is in the mellow of humor. Buddh is of patience. Kalki is for courage. And of these 10, Narsingh Avatar is the presiding deity of Vatsalya Rasa, that is the paternal affection. So, what is Vatsalya? Can be learned by Narsingh Dev. So, those who are not aware of Narsingh Dev, people get scared of him. Why do you have such a violent picture or image in your home? Some people don't even keep him at their home. But Lord Narsingh Dev has taken this form to protect his devotee for the love or sake of his devotee. Does the cow gets angry? But if someone, but when the calf is attacked, then she becomes angry. Even the lion also never gets angry. He's a king. He doesn't become angry.
પણ કેસરી કોપ કદી ન કરે પણ કેસરી કોપ કદી ન કરે અને કોઈ પાછો કદી ન ફરે કાં પોતે મરે કે બીજાને મારે એ કાં પોતે મરે કે બીજાને મારે ઈ પાછા પગલા ભરતો નથી આમાં રગ છે શુરાપુરાનો એમાં કાયર નરના કામ નથી માર્ગ છે શુરાપુરાનો સંતોને ક્યાં ઉપમા દી है પણ કેસરી કોપ કદી ન
So
કરે
the sages have given such a great analogy that a lion, the king of the forest, without any reason doesn't become angry. But when it is teased, then he doesn't leave that person alive. If someone touches or distresses, then what does the lion does? Either he gets himself killed or he will kill others. But where does it start? It doesn't becomes angry unreasonably. So the Lord has taken the form of a lion. This anger is not inappropriate. He was teased, and because of that, he doesn't goes back. So today he has destroyed Hiranyakashipu. So that will happen on the 7th day of the Katha. Because he is Bhakta Vatsala. In this manner, Shivji has told, this is not an appropriate time for you to get angry. This is just a reminder for you. This is a humble reminder. This is not the time for you to be angry. So the yuga has just started. There is so much remaining. And he then took reverse and joined the assembly of demigods. Now, after Shiva and Brahma, Indraji was pushed. He came on his Eravat. And he came forward. And he is a king. So his verse also will be bigger. He will speak in the mood of a king. So he also spoke one verse. But in that verse he says,
त्रयतान्न स्वाभा दैत्याक्रान्तं हृदयकमलं तद्गृहं प्रत्यबोधि कालग्रस्तं कियदिद महोनाथ सुश्रुतं ते मुक्तिस्तेषां नहि बहुमता नारसिंह परे किम। ये नरसिंह चतुर्दशी आ रही है, इन श्लोकों के द्वारा आप लोग भी
So Narsingh Chaturdashi is approaching, so we should all venerate the Lord with these prayers. So now Indra Uvacha, Lord Indra said, he has beautifully said, Pratyanita.
ઇન્દ્ર ગુજરાતી નથી પણ એ જો ગુજરાતી હોય તો એમ જ કહેવાય. હા પ્રભુજી અમને અમારું મળી ગયું.
He said that
અર્થ क्या होता है?
we have found.
પ્રતિ આનીતા.
So Prati Anita, that is we got whatever. So the demigods are very, very selfish. So we got what we wanted. So this is why we are happy. And the Singdev is sitting there. What have you got? Please let me know in detail. Says, by your mercy, so this demon has taken two things from us. Our home, we used to roam on the streets. We were homeless. He took away our home, and the fire sacrifice performed by humans, that offering also was being taken by him. So he has taken these two things from us. But when you killed that demon, then we got what we wanted.
आहुति वो भी मिल गया और हमको हमारा घर.
So we got our homes and the offering of fire sacrifice. So if they say that you have not yet changed, you are selfish, you divide of devotional service. So now Indra changed the channel. He said that you have misunderstood me. I'm not talking about my home.
देवताओं को बदलना भी बहुत अच्छा आता है. तुरंत पालटी फेरवी ना की. प्रभु मैं वो फिजिकल हाउस की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ.
I'm not talking about the physical home. So the home here refers to is our heart, that is the lotus. So I'm not talking about the home. He says Hridaya Kamalam. Our heart is your home or residence. And since he had distressed us, so in our heart, we had the remembrance of Hiranyakashipu. So you used to reside in our heart, but because of his terrorism, we were contemplating day and night about him. So you went away, and Hiranyakashipu was staying there. So we were contemplating about him day and night. So he was sitting in our heart. But today, you have killed him, and our distress has been removed, and he has gone from our heart, and the house is empty. So now we want you to sit in our heart. So he has stayed in the body. We are talking about devotional service, that you should come and reside in our heart. And then he says beautifully,
जो है ना हमारा
this
स्वर्ग
home that is heaven,
कालग्रस्तम,
it is
वो समय आने
kalagrastam,
पर ये भी खत्म हो
that is,
जाएगा। तेतम
it can be destroyed when the time comes.
माना हमने कि ये
So we
विशाल है,
agree that this
दीर्घायु
is
है,
enormous
लेकिन
and we
अंत में
have
कालग्रस्तम
huge,
है प्रभु।
long life,
एक ना एक
but
दिन ये
still
जाने वाला
we all are bound by the
है।
time
लेकिन मैंने
factor
प्रहलाद को
or
देखा है
kala.
अभी
But
अभी
I've
मेरी दृष्टि
seen
प्रहलाद के
Prahlad,
ऊपर। धन्य है आपके भक्त प्रभु,
and
धन्य
great is your devotee,
कि आपके भक्त को
that your
संसार के काल
devotee
से, संपत्ति से, सदन से
is
कोई
not
लेना देना नहीं है।
concerned about this
इति
material,
अरे घर
opulence,
छोड़ो,
wealth, etc.
मुक्तिम तेषाम
Forget about the
परमाम,
home or opulence,
आपके
but
भक्त तो मुक्ति
they
में
don't
भी
even
बहुत
care
धीमान
about
हैं,
liberation as
मुक्ति में भी
well.
प्रेम नहीं करते हैं।
They don't love liberation as well.
आपके भक्त के लिए तो संसार का
So
ये
for your
कुछ है नहीं,
devotee,
वो तो केवल और
this
केवल प्रभु
material happiness
आपकी
is
सेवा
futile,
में
and
आपसे
they
प्रेम करते
just
हैं।
perform devotional service for you and they
इस
just love
प्रकार
you.
देवराज
So
की
in this
स्तुति
manner,
की।
Indra venerated the
जब
Lord.
इंद्र स्तुति करके एक ही श्लोक, एक स्तुति करके वापस टोले में चला गया।
So in one verse, they are venerating the Lord. Then
ऋषि मुनि आपस में चर्चा
Rishi
करने
Muni were
लगे
standing and they started discussing
ऋषि मुनि आपस में चर्चा करने लगे कि ब्रह्मा जी जाके आ गए,
that
इंद्र
Brahmaji went,
जाके आ गए,
Indra went and came back.
शिव जी जाके आ गए। તમને નથી
Shivji
લાગતું આપણે
also.
લોકોને જાવું જોઈએ?
So don't you think that we should
આપણે
also go?
દાઢીઓ વાળા છીએ, આપણે
We
દાઢીઓ
have this
વાળા,
long beard.
મહાન મોટા લોકો આપણને માને, આપણને પૂજે।
People
તમને
think that we are great scholars.
ખરેખર જવાનું છે? ये लोग चर्चा भी ऐसे कर रहे थे।
So they were discussing.
ऋषि मुनियों ने सोचा नहीं हमको
So
जाना
the sages said that we should also go.
भारत के संत, भारत के ऋषि, भगवान के
The
भक्त
sages of
यहाँ
our
बैठे हैं,
great country
ऋषियों
came
ने
forward
भगवान से
and
बहुत सुंदर जो स्तुति की है।
they venerated the Lord beautifully.
ऋषिगण कहने लगे, क्या कहने लगे?
They said, what?
त्वं न तपः परमा माथ यदात्मतेजो ये नेदमादिपुरुषात्मगतं सकर्त्य तदविप्रलुप्तसममुना ध्यशरण्य पाल रक्षा गृहीतवपुषा पुरनन्वमन्स्नः। श्री ऋषय उचुः, ऋषि मुनि बोले हैं।
So the sages said
ऋषि मुनि
or
भगवान
spoke
नरसिंह देव को स्तुति कर अकेले
and they
नहीं,
venerate the Lord.
में
So
हैं।
they were not
हमारे पास
alone.
बहुत सारे
This is
ऋषि
in
हैं।
plural. So here also
सारे
there are
ऋषि
numerous
कहते हैं
sages and they say,
त्वं न तपः परमार्थ यदात्म तेजो। हे प्रभु त्वं न,
Oh Lord,
आपने ही हमें तपस्या करने का उपदेश दिया था।
you have
प्रभु आपने ही
instructed
कहा था
us to perform
कि आप
austerity
तपस्या करो। ये बात भी सत्य
or
है।
meditate on you. And this is
गीता में
true.
कहते हैं
In Bhagavad Gita, Lord says,
तपसा न त्याज्यम एव, किसी भी परिस्थिति में किसी
in
को भी
no matter what the situation is, nobody should
तपस्या
leave
जो भी करना
austerity.
तपो
And even
विद्या
Rishabh Dev says,
तपकायितत्वम। सो प्रभु आपने ही कहा था
so
कि
you have
तपस्या करो।
ordered or requested
और
to perform
तपस्या
austerity
कैसी होती है
or
ये हमने
meditate.
देख लिया
So
प्रभु।
how is
आपने
that
कहा था
med-
यत आत्म तेजो,
austerity?
ये
We have seen
तपस्या
that.
आत्म तेजो मतलब आत्म तेज स्वरूप होती है।
So this
ये तपस्या
austerity is
में
Atma-tej
आत्मा का तेज होता है।
Rupa. That means it has the effulgence
और
of
दूसरी
the
विशेषता
soul.
आगे देख सकते हैं,
And
ये
the second
नेदम
quality
आदि
is, you can
पुरुष
see in the verse,
आत्मगतम ससर्ज। जिस तपस्या में अपने आप में लीन कर देते हैं।
Because in this austerity, the
तपस्या का ये प्रभाव
Lord creates this material universe.
तो ऐसी
That is the
कितनी
effect
तपस्या जिसमें
or
आत्मा
potency of the
एक
material
तरीके
universe.
से संसार पूरे संसार की सृष्टि हो सकती है, तो उसे क्या इम्पॉसिबल है?
So nothing is
लेकिन उस
impossible.
तपस्या को
But that austerity
अमुना इस हिरण्यकशिपु ने उस तपस्या को बंद करवा दिया।
was destroyed or stopped by this Hiranyakashipu.
देता था।
He didn't allow us to
ये
meditate.
पापी को बहुत मदद करता था और हम
He used
तपस्वियों
to
को
help
गिराता था।
the
हमारी तपस्या, हमारी
sinners,
ऋषिमुनियों
etc.
के
And he
हवन
used
यज्ञ
to
सब कुछ बंद करवा देता
punish
था
us.
ये
He
हिरण्यकशिपु।
stopped all
ऐसा
the
जानते हैं,
austerity.
कथा आप
And this
सुनते
is
हैं,
true. If you
हिरण्यकशिपु
listen to
ने
the
आदेश
past time,
दिया था
Hiranyakashipu
कि किसी को
ordered
तपस्या नहीं करनी, कोई तप
that
नहीं
nobody
करेगा,
should
कोई भक्ति
perform
नहीं
any
करेगा,
austerity, no one should
तथापि
perform devotional
एकादशी
service.
करने वाले को जबरदस्ती अन्न खिलाना है,
And a person
शाकाहारी
who
को
performs
जबरदस्ती भोजन
Ekadashi,
करना है।
he should be offered
और
forced to
जो
eat
भी ये नहीं
food
मानेगा
grains, and
उसे मारा
vegetarian should be
जाएगा।
fed with meat.
मारा
And if they
जाएगा। ये
don't
सब हिरण्यकशिपु का आदेश था।
follow, then they should be killed.
सो
That
प्रभु
was the order of
तपस्या करने
Hiranyakashipu.
के लिए आपने कहा था ना,
So the
इसलिए
austerity that you
हिरण्यकशिपु
wanted
ने वो
us to
तपस्या को
perform,
बंद करवा दिया।
Hiranyakashipu had made it stopped.
अद्य आप देख सकते हैं श्लोक में,
But Adya, if you can see in this verse,
रक्षा ग्रहीत वपुषा पुनरम पुनरम मंस्था। लेकिन अब आपने ये
now
हिरण्यकशिपु को क्यों मारा?
you have killed
हमने हमारी
Hiranyakashipu.
तपस्या की रक्षा की है।
You have protected
केवल
our
प्रहलाद
austerity.
की रक्षा नहीं हुई,
You have not only
हिरण्यकशिपु
protected Prahlad Maharaj,
को
but
हमारी
by
तपस्या
killing
की रक्षा
Hiranyakashipu,
हुई है।
we have
हम
protected
पुनः
our
तपस्या करेंगे
austerity.
प्रभु,
We will perform
हम
meditation
आपका भजन
once more
करेंगे।
and perform devotional service.
इसके बहुत सारे अर्थ बनते हैं,
So there's so
समय
many
बहुत
meanings
कमी है,
which we
बहुत
have
सारा
already
नहीं बताया
mentioned
जा
in the
सकता
previous part.
कि हमारे
So I just want to
जीवन में,
conclude that in
हमारे
our
जीवन
life,
में,
in
हमारी
our
तपस्या
devotional
में यदि
service,
विघ्न आए
and
तो वो
if we
विघ्न
have
भगवान
obstacle,
नरसिंह देव ही
then
दूर कर सकते हैं।
Lord Narsimha can remove that
ऋषिमुनियों
distress
के विघ्न को
or
दूर
obstacle
करते
as
हैं।
it was removed
हम
for
उसके
the
चिन्हों, उसके
sages.
पद चिन्हों पर चलने वाले
So we
भक्त हैं।
should we
भगवान
we
नरसिंह देव हमारी
follow their
रक्षा करें
footsteps.
और
So
हमारी
Lord
तपस्या
Narsingh
को
should be
दूर करें।
merciful on us and remove all
गत
our
कथा
obstacles and
में
distress. So
श्री
far
नरसिंह स्तुति भाग 1 में
in the part
हमने
1
जितनी
of Narsingh Stuti we have
आपको
discussed
याद
so
है,
far, if you remember.
अब इसके बाद
So after this,
वन बाय सबको धक्का तो मारेंगे, तो वन बाय वन सबको
everybody will be
उठाएंगे
pushed.
और
So
सब अलग अलग
everybody will come one by one,
उनको भिन्न
and
भिन्न
in
रूप से
one
वंदन
verse,
करेंगे
in different
और
form, they
यही
will
हमारा
venerate the
मुख्य
Lord,
विषय होगा।
and that will
तो
be
हम
our fundamental topic. So
इन लोगों के द्वारा
daily
गाई गई स्तुति को विस्तार
we
से
will
सुनेंगे, समझेंगे,
listen to the
साथ में
pastimes in
हम
detail,
भक्त
and
वात्सल्य
along with that,
भगवान नरसिंह देव के कुछ सात्विक तात्विक
we'll
चरित्र
listen to the pastimes of
और इस
Lord
अक्षय
Narsingh Dev.
चतुर्थी के उत्सव को
And on the
मनाएंगे
occasion of Narsingh Chaturdasi, we will
और वो
make our
अद्भुत
life
प्रस्तावित
beneficial,
नरसिंह यज्ञ
and that
विश्व
Narsingh
कल्याण,
fire
विश्व मंगल का
sacrifice for
बड़ी
the
हो
welfare of the
कि मेरे अमृत
society,
चर्चा के भक्तों
but
का
at
कल्याण
least
हो जाए।
for the welfare of
भक्तों का
my
कल्याण
Amrit
हो
Charsha
जाए,
family,
वो प्रस्ताव
and
भी
for their
थोड़ा सा
welfare.
सोचिएगा,
You
थोड़ा
should
सा
think
विचार
about this.
करेंगे। सो धन्यवाद आप सभी
So
भक्तों को
I'm really
बहुत
grateful
दिल
to
से,
all of you
बहुत
that you have been
मात्रा
listening
में
with
समय
great
निकाली इतनी
patience.
रात को
And
भारत का
after so
समय
many days, for
अर्ली
US
मॉर्निंग
it's in the night, and
हुई,
for India it's early
माफ
morning.
करिएगा आपके
So please
शेड्यूल में
forgive me
यदि कुछ आगे पीछे
if
हुआ
we
हो,
have changed your
असुविधा
schedule
हुई हो, लेकिन मैं
and you
देख रहा
may
हूँ
have
सब लोग
faced
हैं,
any inconvenience. But
सब
I've seen
लोग हैं,
everybody is
कोई
there.
शरीर की परवाह नहीं करता,
Nobody
सब
cares
आपके
about
भक्त
their
हैं।
body.
आपका ये
Everybody
भाव
drones in
और
Bhagavatam this
मेरी
emotion
अनूठी
and
भावना
melo, and your
पूरा
faith and
संकल्प
love
करता है कि
encourages
उत्साह
me,
से ये कार्य संपन्न होता है।
and this
कृपा
work gets
करके कृपा
accomplished.
करें
So
और
please be
विशेष रूप से
merciful.
धन्यवाद
And I'm
भरद्वाज
extremely
परिवार
thankful
को,
to the Bharadwaj
बहुत
family
सुंदर
that you have
कथा
organized
की
this beautiful
और सब इसका
Katha,
लाभ ले रहे हैं।
and we all
लेकिन
are
आगे
getting
बढ़ने से
benefited.
पहले
So before I leave the
आशा शर्मा
Vyaspeed,
माता को याद करूं।
I want to
आशा शर्मा
remember
माता,
Asha Sharma Mataji,
उनकी
her
पत्नी
son
श्रेयसी हैं?
and wife
आशा
Shreyasi.
शर्मा माता, आप सबसे पुरानी है ये डोशी हैं?
So she is the
40
most
साल पहले दिल्ली
senior.
में हमारी
So
कथा का
many years back, she has organized our Katha. So Shreyasi has her birthday. So we'll pray to the Lord that the Lord fulfills their desire. They should have peace and pure devotional service with the Lord, and they should serve. So with Mahamantra, we will
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। आइए जय जयकार के साथ
so we will pray Hare Krishna mantra, and let's conclude the session with Jai Jaikar.
की श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की